Okay, so here we have the graph of a function is this blue function that follows. Choose the graph of its derivative from among the following functions. So we need to choose from these three red functions which one is the graph of the derivative. So one simple way to start is to first find where the function is increasing. So we're going to use a rule that if the original function is increasing, then that means that the derivative is positive. So let's trace on this graph, starting from the left-hand side, where the original function is increasing. So a function is increasing when from left to right, it's like going up a hill. So if we start from the left-hand side, we're traveling like up a hill until we get to this point at like the mountaintop here. So it is increasing all the way up to between -1 and 0. So when the function is increasing, that means that the derivative is positive. So if we look at this first function, we know that the first function is positive all the way until we get to exactly at -1, and then it goes negative. But this one, it increases until it gets between -1 and 0. So this one should not be the correct answer. Also, this problem, or this answer choice, it's positive all the way until it gets like to 0 before it goes negative. So this one is positive for too long because it should be like halfway in between. But if we look at this one, this derivative is positive until it gets to here, which is halfway in between -1 and 0. So this one looks like it should be the correct answer so far. But let's check, let's continue looking. The next part is that let's look at where it's decreasing. So I'm going to let me use orange this time. And this function, let's use the rule that when the function is decreasing, the derivative is negative. So if we look back at our blue function, it's going down a hill. It's going from the top of the mountain down the hill to a bottom of a valley. Right here at, looks like right about 1 or just a little bit past it. So when we know that our original function is decreasing from about -0.5 to about +1. So let's look at this third option. It goes negative all the way until it gets just a little bit to the right of +1. So that's confirming that the derivative is negative while the function is decreasing. Now let's check and see from here it goes increasing again. So let's trace that. It increases from just a little bit bigger than 1 all the way basically for the rest of the function. And then this function turns back positive, and it continues being positive for the rest of the derivative. So this tells me that this third option is the correct answer. Also, one thing that we can look at is this is the general function of an x to the power of 3. It's a cubic function, and this one is an x to the power of 2. And we know that when we take a derivative that we always go down by 1 power. So it shouldn't be this one because this one's also a cubic style function. So yeah, that gives us our derivative, at least a general idea of what our derivative function should look like. Okay, well I hope this homework help problem was helpful for you. If it was, please leave me a like and share with anybody who you think might find this type of problem helpful. Thanks.